Okay, good morning. Here we are, day 30, and yeah, this is our last meditate of the 30 days. Congratulations, I guess. Congratulations that you got this far. I haven't done a calculation, um, but certainly I think we've done 14 or 15 days at 20 minutes. What does that work out to be? Now I've put myself on the spot for my mental calculation. I think that's 5 hours. Yeah, because 4 lots of 15 minutes. 4 lots of 20 minutes. Yeah, I think it's about 5 hours. And that's just half of it. On top of, I think we might have achieved 4 hours in the first 16. So something around about 8 hours of meditation combined. So that's like a whole day, depending upon how you see that, whether you see that as, well, I've wasted a day meditating, or you've sat for, a work day of meditation. So very well done. Two things I'm going to share today. So this video will be a little bit longer. One is the promise of meditation, and I'll do that second, so that then you kind of have that fresh in your mind as you come to meditate. And then the other one, which I'll share now. Tomorrow, not part of the 30-day. I want to keep this 30-day course challenge complete and pure in a way. So you now have a tool within your being. Really, you have the capacity to be able to meditate wherever you are, whenever you want. You have a fully functioning practice at your disposal whenever you want. So you don't need anything further than this. This has been used really powerfully for thousands of years through the transcendental meditators. It's a long line of teacher passing the information to the student, and it dates back at least as far as I know 1800 years, and probably longer, because they say it predates the Buddha, and he was roughly 2500 years ago, 500 before the Common Era, BCE. So probably a lot longer than 1800 years. Now they do spend a lot of time to get the really powerful experiences of meditation. They do spend, you hear in the reports, there's a guy, Matthieu Ricard, he's considered the world's happiest man. He'd logged something like 50,000 hours of meditation, which, that's a lot. I think it's like 8 hours a day for 30 years. So the first thing I want to share is a way that we can do that more powerfully, pretty much instantaneously. It is possible to do that. You don't need to do it. The practice you have now, I hope you'll have experienced some of the benefits that comes with it. But I know there will be people who would like to accelerate those benefits. So I'm going to share really tomorrow how to do that. Now, just so you're aware, it's a product, and I'm going to point you towards it. It's a company in America. I've had some, connection to them for 20 plus years, and I've used their product seriously about 2 or 3 years when I first heard of it, and then in a very gentle way for say 15 years, and then recently again very powerfully for the last 6 to 8 months. There's nothing on the planet that I can recommend more heartily than that to powerfully transform someone's life. But I'll tell you about that tomorrow. Today, the promise of meditation. Well, I think the best explanation I've heard are these 3 words that they use in Sanskrit, and they are Sat, S-A-T, Chit, C-H-I-T, and Ananda. Ananda, A-N-A-N-A-D-A, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. And they say they're the 3 qualities that make up reality. Yeah, reality. And those 3 qualities then would be oneness. The first one is Sat, is oneness. The idea that everything that exists is it's one thing. The root of the word truth in Sanskrit, satya, it leads towards it. Sat is the root, and then satya means truth. So it's kind of that, the essence of truth, the essence of this thing that we're in, this reality. Because they kind of say that what we experience as reality is not the real reality. The real reality is oneness, and then chit is to do with awareness, consciousness. So they say that reality is one. It's all one. The real thing is one, and it's conscious, and it's conscious actually of itself, and it's conscious of itself being that one thing. And because of that, it has nothing to fear, because there's nothing outside of it to harm it. It has nothing to acquire, because it is everything, and it's conscious of the fact that it's everything. So it then brings in the third quality, which is bliss. Ananda is bliss. So it's everything. It's conscious of that fact, and because of that, it's blissful, blissfully happy, eternal. This oneness is eternal. And then the real kicker, they say that since reality is oneness, then you or I are that thing. But then, well, where's this third component? Because there's a fair few moments in my day that don't feel blissful. How come I'm not experiencing this oneness and this bliss and this unity? And then you speak to, one of these people that maybe are experiencing that state, and they'll say, oh, that's because your mind is in the way. Okay, my mind's in the way of me knowing this quality and having this bliss, then what do I do about that? And that's where meditation really has evolved out of. So the promise of meditation is that you can come to know that you are one with it all. And it doesn't matter what religious faith you might be coming from, that all of those religious texts, there's kind of like the mainstream text that we're presented with, and then within each of those religious traditions or spiritual traditions or faith traditions, whichever you like, there'll be a mystical element in all of them. In Christianity, it'd be the monks and the nuns that sit and pray and contemplate, their entire lives. In Islam, it would be the Sufis, and the dervishes, the people that spin and are hunting kind of for the beloved. In Hinduism, it's the yogis, the people that take themselves off to the Himalayas and meditate and practice yoga and purify the body. And in the Native American tradition, you'd have a shaman or an elder that was closer to that spirit world, and they could connect you to it or that reality, and they could decipher it and help you. So in all traditions, there's always a mystical element, and they all pretty much have the same thing at their core. There is one thing, and you can come closer to that. And as you do come closer to that, then comes the bliss and the knowledge that there's nothing to fear, because we are that creator, or one with that creator. And actually, I didn't think I was going to share this, but everything that on my path, the reason I'm interested in yoga and meditation is because of the meditation thing I'm going to tell you about tomorrow. I used that for, I think, maybe 3 to 6 months, and I had a small glimpse of that reality. It wasn't a hallucination. It wasn't an imagining. It was just clear to me that, whoa, there's something more going on here on this planet. And it's incredibly more real than everything I'd experienced up till then. I think I was 22, 23, something like that. And it changed the entire direction of my life. And I've not, that's like half my entire life ago now. And I've dedicated my life to the pursuit of that reality. But that might not be for everybody. I realize I've gone off on my own little tangent there. That might not be for everybody. If that interests you, then meditation is the tool that people have used traditionally to get to that place, or just a very gentle deepening, you know, across your life to come to experience more beauty and more of that underlying reality. Okay, so let us have our last 20-minute meditate together. Settling the mind and the body, rolling the shoulders, deepening the breathing. And then we take a little body scan. Once you start to feel a bit more settled down, we'll take a body scan for 2 or 3 minutes. Again, I'll guide you in with my voice at either ends of the practice. Okay, so then bringing your mantra in, starting to silently repeat that inside over and over. And our time officially starts now. Okay, so that's 20 minutes. We sit for a few minutes more. Okay, so we can start to begin to come back if we're ready, or you can sit for longer if you wish. You can give yourself a nice congratulate, a pat on the back, 30 days. And again, if you've missed a session or two along the way, it's not, it's quite nice at the beginning of this practice if you can be consistent with it. Once you get into it, it kind of has a momentum that you'll just feel carries over into your day. And so then if you miss a session here and there, it's not such a problem. But it's nice to have that kind of snowball effect behind you, that cumulative build up behind you before you start, skipping a session. And then you probably won't want to, because you'll really have experienced the power. So very well done. Just a big thank you to everybody who's joined on the live session. You've given me the kind of energy and enthusiasm to create this course. So everybody out there who's receiving the email course and watching the videos on YouTube, we owe a special thank you to the people here joining me in the Zoom sessions, because without them, I probably wouldn't have done this. Almost certainly, I wouldn't have recorded it and sat here myself every day. So yeah, thank you for those. Thank you also for the feedback I've already started to receive. Please, I want to appeal to you again. If you got some feedback from me, if you got anything out of this, please let me know so that I can hopefully share that with other people. You can record your voice. You can meet me in a Zoom session. I think all the different media, written media, people hearing your voice, people seeing your face, if you're comfortable with that, and us having a conversation. I think it really help others out there to come get the benefits of meditation. Remember, you have that powerful standalone practice now that's been passed down through generations, more than 1,000 years it's been around, and you've now got that capacity within you. Yeah, you don't need anything more. There will be the video tomorrow, but you don't need that. You have the practice you need now to meditate for the rest of your life, if you should wish, and share the practice on. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.